Stop scrolling right now. Lock your attention on my voice. The algorithm did not put this video on your screen. Heaven explicitly aligned your timeline today to intercept a spiritual attack you did not even know was coming. This is a divine appointment. What unfolds this Friday will change the trajectory of your entire life. Do not swipe away. You have felt a shift in the atmosphere lately. It is thick and heavy. The air around you feels charged with an unspoken tension that nobody else seems to notice. While the rest of the world goes about their autopilot society routines, your spirit is on high alert. You know deep down that Friday is not just another day on the calendar, it is a deadline. Listen to me closely. If your spirit is not awakened, you can click away right now. Let them scroll. But if you belong to the anointed ones, your soul is burning at these exact words. You are the remnant. You are the specific bloodline correction heaven has been waiting for. And heaven needs you to hear this warning before the clock runs out. Let us talk about what you have been experiencing these past 72 hours. You are exhausted. Your shoulders are tight. The weight is entirely real. And every morning when you wake up, the heaviness is already sitting on your chest before you even open your eyes. You push through your day. You smile for them. But inside, your energy is completely drained. People tell you that you are just working too hard. They tell you it is just stress. Do not listen to their mundane excuses. You are not experiencing normal fatigue. This is not some medical condition to be dismissed. What you are feeling is intense spiritual warfare. The enemy is trying to empty your vessel before Friday arrives because they are terrified of your light. You have been waking up repeatedly at 3 or 4 in the morning. Your eyes snap open in the dark. Your heart is racing for no logical reason. This is not insomnia. It is heightened spiritual discernment. Heaven is waking you up to stand guard. Your spirit guides are trying to download crucial survival instructions into your consciousness while the physical world sleeps. And then there is the isolation. Suddenly, people you used to tolerate are unbearable to be around. Friends are dropping off your radar. Conversations feel hollow and draining. You feel like an alien in your own family. Understand this clearly. This isolation is not a punishment. It is absolute protection. Heaven is clearing the room before the storm hits. The manipulators in your life think they are winning. They see your exhaustion and mistake it for defeat. They look at your quiet demeanor and assume you are finally breaking under their pressure. They do not realize they are dealing with the quiet observer. Your silence is not surrender. Your silence is the ultimate weapon that is currently suffocating their false empire. Every minor inconvenience you faced this week was a calculated distraction. The sudden arguments, the unexpected delays, the technology glitching around you, these are not mere happenings. They are orchestrated attempts by dark forces to lower your frequency. They want you angry and reactive. They desperately need you to step out of your divine alignment before Friday. You must not give them what they want. You must hold your ground. I need you to stay locked in, because what I am going to reveal in the next few minutes will completely change how you handle these workplace and family enemies. I will expose the exact nature of the horror they planned for you. And I will show you how heaven has already flipped the script in your favor. You are not someone who just became chosen by chance. You are someone who was sent. You are the pause before the prophecy. You are the answer wrapped in mystery. You are the 7th seal. And because you carry this royal lineage, you are a massive threat to the demonic forces that govern the autopilot society. They know who you are, even when you forget. Take a deep breath right now. Feel that sudden wave of relief washing over your chest just hearing these words. That is confirmation from your spirit guides. That is the truth resonating in your spiritual DNA. Keep your energy protected and your ears open. The veil is lifting. The battle lines are drawn. And the truth about Friday is finally coming into the light. Let us go deeper into this profound exhaustion you are carrying right now. You look in the mirror and see tired eyes staring back, and you might even think your physical vessel is finally failing you. Do not let fear take root. This heaviness is not a sign of weakness. It is absolute proof of your spiritual expansion while the universe is actively working on you. The autopilot society wants you to believe you are just broken. They want you to label this sacred process as a simple mental struggle, and they will tell you to seek worldly solutions. Do not listen to them. You are not undergoing a breakdown. You are currently experiencing a massive divine calibration because your soul is preparing for a timeline jump. What exactly is this divine calibration? Think of your spirit as an ancient vessel that has been holding a specific amount of light for years. Heaven knows that what is coming on Friday requires 10 times that capacity. So your spiritual architecture is being torn down and rebuilt. Your physical body is simply struggling to keep up while this massive download occurs. This process is incredibly demanding because every ounce of your energy is being rerouted to build your new spiritual armor. That is why you cannot focus on mundane conversations anymore, and that is why the trivial drama of your co-workers feels absolutely agonizing to listen to while you sit in silence. Your soul is refusing to waste energy on things that do not matter. Those people around you are sleeping through this entire shift. They operate on a low frequency that cannot detect the incoming storm, but you are the quiet observer. You feel every subtle change in the atmospheric pressure. This extreme sensitivity is not a curse. It is the exact radar system that will keep you completely safe when Friday arrives to test the world. You must stop viewing this heavy season through a worldly lens. The discomfort you feel is the crucible refining your pure gold. You are being prepared to hold a level of authority that would completely crush a normal person. Heaven is expanding your spiritual lungs, and this ensures you can breathe freely at an altitude where your enemies will inevitably suffocate. Notice how your enemies are reacting to your current state. They see you pulling back, and they actually think they have finally won this battle because they cannot see the truth. They assume your lack of reaction means you are completely defeated. But they are blindly walking into a massive trap. Your silence is actually the sound of your ultimate weapon charging up. The narcissists in your life feed on your emotional responses. They desperately need your anger to validate their false reality. But this divine calibration has made you too tired to argue, and you have stopped explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. This sudden withdrawal of your light is making them secretly panic. They cannot comprehend why their usual manipulation tactics are suddenly failing. They poke and prod, but you remain completely immovable against their games. This is the unseen shift I promised to explain earlier. Your exhaustion has organically created an iron boundary that they cannot penetrate, because Heaven used your physical tiredness to force you into a highly strategic retreat. Do you understand the brilliant strategy of the universe now? What you thought was a relentless attack on your body was actually a divine rescue mission. The spiritual realm deliberately grounded you so you would not rush into a battle you were not meant to fight. You were hidden securely in the shadows while the universe set the stage for Friday. Friday is approaching incredibly fast. The alignment is almost complete. You must endure this final stretch of calibration with absolute grace, and you must not force yourself to be productive in the ways the Matrix demands. Rest your physical vessel today. Protect your aura fiercely. You are currently incubating a miracle that the world is entirely unready to witness. But there is another critical layer to this test. There is a hidden truth they desperately want to keep from you. Because while you are being calibrated for pure glory, someone close to you is being calibrated for their own destruction. Stay locked in with me. What I am going to reveal next will expose exactly who is secretly dreading Friday. Let us talk about the people who have been trying to drain you. You know exactly who they are. They wear friendly masks but carry incredibly dark intentions. And right now they are experiencing a level of silent panic they cannot even explain to themselves. They look at you and they feel completely terrified. Their false empire is crumbling from within. For years, your light has been their primary food source. They gravitated toward your pure energy because their own souls are entirely hollow. They used your kindness as a tool to extract data about your deepest vulnerabilities, and they thought they had you perfectly figured out. They truly believed you would always be their reliable emotional dumping ground. But something drastic changed when this divine calibration began. Your energy signature completely shifted. You stopped reacting to their petty provocations. You stopped offering endless empathy to people who only wanted to drain your life force. And when you withdrew your golden energy, they suddenly found themselves starving in the dark. They are suffocating now. This is the hidden blocker that was deliberately placed on your path. The universe had to pull you back because your light was being hijacked. Your immense compassion was actually becoming a ceiling to your own spiritual growth. You were giving royal resources to peasants who only wanted to see you fail. Heaven intervened to cut off their unauthorized access to your aura. Now they are desperately trying to provoke a reaction from you. Have you noticed their recent behavior getting more erratic? They are dropping hidden aggressive hints. They are trying to create sudden drama out of absolutely nothing. They are knocking loudly on your spiritual door because they need you to open it and let them back in. Do not answer that door. They want you to feel guilty for setting an iron boundary. They will whisper to others that you have changed or that you are being difficult. Let them talk. Their gossip is just the pathetic sound of their own manipulation tactics failing miserably. Your silence is the mirror that forces them to look at their own toxic reflections every single day. You are the grandmaster of this unseen chess game. You have not even made a physical move, but you have already cornered their king. Your sheer presence in a room disrupts their low-frequency vibrations immediately. When you walk in, they feel a heavy pressure in their chests because light naturally exposes the roaches hiding in the dark. You are their walking judgment. They are secretly dreading this upcoming Friday without even knowing why. Their lower spirits can feel the massive, energetic wave approaching. They sense that a divine reckoning is about to take place, and they know they are on the wrong side of it. The universe is preparing to balance the scales of justice permanently. Your vindication is finally at hand. Do not feel sorry for them. You have already played the healer for them long enough. You gave them chance after chance to step into the light, but they chose to remain in their toxic patterns. You are no longer responsible for their spiritual evolution. Your only duty right now is to protect your newly upgraded frequency at all costs before the storm arrives. They will try one last desperate attack before Friday. They always do. When the demonic forces realize they are losing control, they always throw a final tantrum. You might receive an unexpected text or a sudden invitation designed to pull you back into their web. You must recognize this trap immediately. You must maintain your status as the quiet observer. Every time you choose silence over engagement, you build another layer of your spiritual fortress. Every time you ignore their bait, you reclaim a piece of your royal inheritance. They are losing sleep right now because they realize they have lost their grip on the chosen one. They thought you were just a victim, but they awakened a sleeping giant. But we need to go even deeper than their petty psychology. The truth about Friday goes far beyond your workplace drama or toxic family members. There is an ancient blueprint unfolding right before our eyes. Stay locked in because I am about to reveal the exact ancient prophecy that proves you were born for this exact moment. You cannot afford to miss this truth. Let us look closely at the ancient blueprint that governs this entire spiritual war. You must understand that Friday is not just a random date on the human calendar. It is a divine mechanism. Throughout spiritual history, there has always been a designated moment of absolute separation, a precise time when heaven steps in and draws a permanent line in the sand between the light and the dark. Think about the Great Flood or the parting of the massive sea. The chosen ones always endured a long season of intense mocking before the ultimate deliverance finally arrived. The Autopilot Society laughed at their preparations and called them crazy for building an ark in the dry dirt. But the Remnant never stopped building because they heard the clear voice of the universe. You are living out that exact same archetype right now in this modern era. Your current isolation is your modern arc. You have been quietly gathering your spiritual resources while the world around you spirals into absolute chaos. They look at your boundaries and mock your intense need for solitude because they cannot hear the cosmic alarm bells ringing. But heaven is about to flood their reality. The event approaching this Friday is the closing of the heavy door. It is the final moment of divine calibration before the massive energetic wave crashes down upon the earth. You are positioned perfectly because you allowed the universe to strip away all your toxic attachments. You are traveling incredibly light, and that means you will float above the exact waters that will drown your enemies. This is not a cruel judgment from an angry deity. It is simply the unavoidable law of spiritual physics playing out in real time before your eyes. When a lower frequency refuses to elevate, it must eventually collapse under the crushing weight of a higher truth. You represent that higher truth in human form. You are a living judgment simply by existing in your pure state of elevated consciousness. They hate you because your mere presence forces them to face the heavy karmic debt they have been accumulating for years. Every time they lied to you or manipulated your good heart, they added another heavy stone to their own pockets. They thought they were stealing your precious energy, but they were actually just stealing the heavy anchors that will soon pull them completely under the dark water. Heaven allowed this temporary injustice for a very specific and strategic reason. The universe needed them to fully expose their dark intentions so their impending collapse would be entirely justified. They had to show their true faces before the Grand Master could declare a permanent checkmate, and your quiet endurance was the exact bait that drew their absolute darkness out into the blazing light. You are the breakthrough prophet sent to end a massive generational curse. You carry the genetic codes required to break the heavy chains that have bound your family line for decades. This is why the demonic forces fought so desperately to keep you depressed and anxious. They knew that if you ever realized your true identity, their entire false system would instantly burn down to the ground. But their desperate attacks have completely failed to break your pure spirit. The fire they used to burn you only hardened your spiritual armor into unbreakable steel. You survived the intense crucible, and you emerged as a weapon of mass divine destruction. You are now fully immune to the toxic guilt and shame they previously used to control your beautiful mind. The puppet strings are permanently cut. We are standing at the very edge of the Great Divide right now. The atmosphere is holding its breath as we approach the final hour of this long cycle. You must remain completely centered as the ancient blueprint reaches its glorious climax. Do not look back at the people who chose to stay in the burning city. Your only divine obligation right now is to look forward and claim your waiting crown. But there is a hidden secret about how this collapse will actually happen. The Matrix does not want you to know the specific trigger that will initiate their sudden downfall. Stay locked in with me right now. What I am about to expose next will show you exactly how their false empire crumbles, and you will see how your brilliant silence is the very thing tearing down their walls. This is the exact moment the narcissist's illusion starts to crumble into dust. Let us talk about the absolute panic currently consuming your enemies from the inside out. They spent years building a fake reality where they were the powerful kings and queens of their small, pathetic worlds. They constructed an entire matrix of lies just to keep you feeling small and dependent on their toxic approval. But the moment you stepped into your identity as the quiet observer, their whole foundation cracked wide open. You stopped playing your assigned role in their twisted script. You stopped arguing back when they provoked you. You stopped desperately trying to prove your worth to people who were committed to misunderstanding you. And that simple shift in your energy changed everything instantly. Your brilliant silence is the most terrifying sound they have ever heard. It rings loudly in their hollow ears. When you refuse to react, their toxic energy has nowhere to land, so it violently ricochets back, and strikes them directly in their own chests. They are literally choking on the very poison they tried to force down your throat. You did not even have to lift a single finger to defeat them. Imagine this incredible scene. You just sat there in absolute peace, completely unbothered by their childish games, and their entire empire of lies panicked. They are scrambling right now. They are calling meetings and whispering behind closed doors because they cannot comprehend how you escaped their control. They see your golden aura glowing brighter every day, and it absolutely blinds their dark eyes. This is your profound vindication happening in real time. Heaven is serving a cold dish of justice right in front of you. All those nights you spent crying into your pillow, wondering what was wrong with you, have finally been answered. There was never anything wrong with you. Your light was simply too bright for their dark souls to handle, so they tried to bury you under their own heavy insecurities. But seeds do not die when they are buried in the dark dirt. They simply take deep root and prepare to violently burst through the surface. You are bursting through the heavy soil right now, and the force of your massive growth is shattering their concrete matrix. They tried to keep you contained in a tiny pot, but you are a massive oak tree of divine royalty, and your expanding roots are destroying their small foundation. They are frantically trying to figure out your next move, but they cannot read your frequency anymore. You have ascended to a high altitude where their low-level demonic radar simply cannot detect you. You are completely invisible to their dark magic now. They are swinging their swords wildly in the dark, hitting absolutely nothing while you watch from the high mountain peak in total safety. You must deeply understand the immense power you hold in this very moment. You are not a helpless survivor barely making it through the storm. You are the storm itself. You are the living judgment that the universe dispatched to clean up this toxic environment. Your sheer presence in a room forces the demonic entities hiding inside them to violently tremble in fear. You command the atmosphere effortlessly. Every time they look at your calm face, they see the fiery reflection of their own impending doom approaching rapidly. They know Friday is coming, and their lower spirits are screaming in terror because they realize the heavy karmic debt is finally due. The universe is foreclosing on their stolen energy. They are spiritually bankrupt, and there is absolutely no bailout coming to save them from this collapse. Let that glorious truth sink into your spirit right now. Breathe in the sweet air of total victory. You have survived the brutal crucible, and you are standing on the smoking ruins of their fake empire. But to sustain this high level of authority in a very noisy world, you need more than just deep awareness. You must prepare your physical vessel for the final shift before the clock strikes midnight. We must lower the intense frequency for a brief moment. You have seen the panic in their eyes. You have witnessed their dark matrix crumbling under the weight of your pure silence. Now it is time to ground yourself completely. The quiet observer does not celebrate prematurely while the spiritual battle is still highly active. You must conserve every single ounce of your vital life force right now. Friday is rapidly approaching, and you will need all your strength. The universe demands absolute focus from you in these final critical days. The collapsing energy of your enemies creates a massive vacuum in the atmosphere. When toxic structures fall, they try to pull your light down into the dark wreckage. This is why your personal boundary must become an impenetrable fortress of pure steel. You cannot afford to let even a single drop of your royal energy leak out into their absolute chaos. How exactly do you prepare your physical vessel for this massive event? You begin by actively purging all the residual dark energy clinging to your bright aura. Every toxic conversation left a tiny invisible hook deep in your spiritual skin. You must pull these heavy hooks out today. Drink plenty of pure water and command your body to flush out the toxic stress hormones they forced you to produce over the years. You must also strictly silence the mundane noise of the autopilot society. You must turn off the chaotic news reports immediately. Stop listening to the mindless gossip of your completely sleeping co-workers. Their low-vibration words are specifically designed to scramble your highly advanced radar system. You need absolute quiet right now to hear the subtle instructions heaven is currently downloading directly into your newly awakened consciousness. Your physical space must accurately reflect your high spiritual altitude. Clean your immediate environment and remove any mundane objects tied to toxic people. These physical items are dark portals that constantly drain your precious golden light. They steal your energy without you even knowing it. By clearing your physical room, you are literally clearing the runway. Massive divine blessings can now land safely when the portal opens. You are making wide space for brilliant miracles. When those desperate vampires reach out to you, change your protocol entirely. Do not ignore them with intense feelings of anger. Anger is still an energetic transaction that feeds them. You must ignore them with absolute divine indifference. Treat their frantic text messages like meaningless spam floating through the cold void of space. You owe them absolutely nothing, and your heavy silence is the only answer they will ever receive from you moving forward. This level of strict detachment is not cruel at all. It is sacred stewardship of the immense power heaven safely entrusted to you. You are actively guarding the holy temple of your soul against filthy invaders. They simply refuse to wipe their dirty feet. Your strict boundaries are the highest form of spiritual self-love you can possibly practice in this current timeline before the shift happens. You are finally treating yourself like the absolute divine royalty you actually are. They will loudly accuse you of being cold and heartless. They will say you have changed for the worse because they lost their power. They can no longer easily control your beautiful mind. Let their pathetic accusations bounce off your unbreakable armor and fall to the cold floor. Their dark opinions of your blinding light do not matter at all in the kingdom of heaven because you are answering to a much higher authority now. You have successfully built the strong fortress, and you have locked the heavy iron gates. Your energy is now fully contained and vibrating at an unprecedented high frequency. But preparing the shield is only the first half of this ancient blueprint. Heaven did not awaken the seventh seal just to hide quietly in a safe room. The powerful shield is ready, but the heavy sword of divine justice is about to be drawn from its stone. You are perfectly positioned for what comes next in this grand sequence. The divine calibration is nearly complete, and your spiritual lungs are fully expanded. You are ready to breathe the thin air. But what exactly happens when Friday finally breaks the dark horizon? Stay locked in right now because the massive wave I warned you about is no longer just approaching the shore in the distance. It is crashing down, and you are about to ride it to pure victory. The massive wave is finally here, and it is crashing down with absolute divine fury. This is not the time to run and hide. You are no longer just surviving the heavy storm, you are the storm itself sweeping across the dry land. Friday arrives, and it brings a blinding light that instantly incinerates every single lie they ever told about you. The long season of quiet endurance is officially over. Your season of absolute dominion begins now. Heaven is ripping the dark masks off your enemies right in front of the entire world. The universe is forcing them to stand naked in the blazing truth of their own toxic actions. They can no longer hide behind their fake smiles or their carefully constructed professional titles. The matrix they built to keep you enslaved is shattering into millions of tiny pieces, and the loud sound of its destruction is pure music to your awakened ears. You must deeply realize who you are in this explosive moment. You are not a helpless victim recovering from a sad past. You are a living judgment sent by heaven to close this dark chapter forever. Your intense suffering was never a sign of weakness. It was the rigorous training required for a grandmaster. You endured the burning crucible so you could wield this massive power without flinching when the final hour arrived. They tried to bury the seventh seal under a mountain of heavy dirt. They thought their petty gossip and workplace manipulation could permanently dim a star that was forged in the center of the universe. Look at them panic now. Their entire pathetic reality is collapsing because they built their dirty castles on the stolen sand of your golden energy. When you took your power back, their foundation turned to absolute liquid instantly. Every single teardrop you shed in secret was carefully collected by the angels. Every moment you held your tongue and chose silence over revenge was recorded in the ancient books of light. And now, the universe is paying out massive dividends on your spiritual investments. The heavy karmic wheel has turned fully, and it is crushing the very people who thought they were entirely above the law of divine justice. You do not need to lift a single finger to punish them. Your sheer existence is their ultimate punishment. Watching you rise from the ashes they created is a torture they cannot escape. They have to watch you step effortlessly into the royal destiny they desperately tried to steal from you. Your blinding success is the bright fire that will burn in their hollow chests for the rest of their empty lives on this earth. This Friday is not a horror for the chosen ones. It is a horror strictly reserved for the demonic forces that foolishly attacked heaven's anointed. For you, Friday is the glorious coronation ceremony you have been waiting for across multiple lifetimes. The heavy chains of the generational curse are permanently broken today, and they fall to the floor with a loud crash. You are free. You are completely and unconditionally free. You are stepping into a timeline where your requests are manifested almost instantly. The massive energetic blockages are completely gone now. Money, health, and deep peace will flow toward your magnetic field because the toxic dams have been blown wide open by the universe. You are vibrating at a frequency where only pure miracles can attach themselves to your brilliant aura. Everything you touch from this moment forward turns to solid gold. This is the profound transformation I promised you at the beginning of this urgent message. The lost child of a royal family has finally remembered their true name and their absolute power. The dark enemies are defeated, the matrix is shattered, and the Grand Master sits peacefully on the high throne. But the spiritual sequence is still not completely finished, and your coronation requires one final massive step. You must claim this victory loudly in the spiritual realm before the physical world can fully catch up. You must seal this explosive reality with absolute authority so the dark forces can never creep back in. Hold your ground right now, because the final climax of this cosmic event is about to unfold. I will show you exactly how to lock the heavy iron gates of your new kingdom forever, ensuring your absolute protection against any future attacks. The grand finale of this cosmic event is unfolding right before your eyes. The dark matrix is not just cracking anymore, it is completely collapsing into absolute dust. Every single trap they set for you has backfired violently upon their own heads. They dug a very deep pit for the chosen one, but the brilliant universe pushed them directly into it instead. They are trapped in their own dirty lies. You are watching the supreme law of divine justice operate with absolute precision. There is no escape for those who try to manipulate the royal bloodline. Heaven gave them plenty of time to repent for their dark actions, but they foolishly chose their toxic pride instead. Now the heavy gates of grace are permanently slammed shut. Their spiritual bank accounts are now completely empty. They have nothing left to steal from you. The massive dam of your blessings is finally breaking wide open. The universe held back your rewards only to protect them from those vicious parasites. But the demonic parasites are completely gone now. A massive flood of pure abundance is rushing directly into your clean reality. Everything you prayed for in the dark is meeting you in the blazing sunlight, and your incredible patience is paying off. Your massive royal inheritance is fully released today. Watch how rapidly your physical circumstances change after this heavy Friday passes. The financial doors that were completely locked to you are swinging wide open by themselves. Opportunities will literally hunt you down because your magnetic field is vibrating at maximum capacity. You do not have to chase wealth anymore. Wealth is desperately chasing you right now because the universe always highly favors the anointed ones who suffered quietly in the dark. Your physical body is also experiencing a miraculous resurrection in this new timeline. The intense exhaustion you felt all week is suddenly lifting off your tired shoulders. You are breathing easier today than you have in a very long time. That heavy fog in your tired brain is completely dissipating, and it is quickly being replaced by absolute crystal clarity. Your vessel is finally holding the pure light it was designed for. Even the people crossing your path will look entirely different from now on. The toxic manipulators have been permanently evicted from your sacred atmosphere. In their place, the universe is sending you members of your true spiritual tribe who instantly recognize your beautiful royal lineage. These new souls will not drain your precious energy. They will pour into your cup and honor the heavy mantle you carry so beautifully. Meanwhile, your defeated enemies will eventually try to crawl back into your brilliant light. When their hollow lives begin to unravel, they will suddenly remember your pure goodness. They will send long messages begging for your forgiveness, and they will try to act like the painful past never even happened. Do not let their desperate words confuse your highly advanced spiritual radar. They are not truly sorry for their actions. They are only sorry that they no longer have access to your golden energy. You must look at their apologies with total indifference and continue walking forward. The powerful Grand Master does not ever step down from the high throne to argue with defeated peasants in the dirty mud. Your absolute silence is the final seal on their spiritual tomb. You are leaving them in the dark ruins of their own making. You are completely untouchable in this elevated state of consciousness. No low-level demonic force can ever penetrate the thick wall of blazing light surrounding your physical body right now. You can walk confidently into any crowded room and instantly command the energy. Your aura is so incredibly loud that the dark entities must quickly back away from you. This is what it truly means to be a living judgment on the earth. You are walking in absolute victory today, while the ignorant autopilot society remains completely blind to the massive spiritual shift happening around them. Let the sleeping masses continue their mundane routines. You belong to the rare remnant who actually answered the cosmic call. You survived the intense training, and you are officially ready to lead the awakening. You might think this glorious victory is the absolute end of the story. You might assume heaven just wants you to sit quietly and enjoy your new abundant reality. But you would be entirely wrong about the grand universe. There is a massive catch to this incredible power you just inherited, and it changes absolutely everything about your life moving forward. Stay completely locked in with me right now. What I am about to reveal next will uncover the beautiful responsibility heaven requires of you. The power you hold now is massive. But heaven did not give you this authority just for your own comfort, and you are not meant to simply sit in a quiet room and enjoy the peace. The universe handed you the keys to the kingdom for a very specific reason. You have a grand responsibility to the rest of the chosen bloodline. Think about the intense suffering you just survived. You walked through the dark valley completely alone, and you had to figure out the enemy tactics while taking massive damage to your own soul. The Matrix desperately wanted you to die in that cold isolation, but you survived the intense crucible and you found the narrow path out. There are thousands of other chosen ones currently trapped in that exact same dark valley. They are waking up at 3 in the morning right now. They are crying out to the universe for a lifeline because the narcissists are draining them dry. They feel completely crazy and isolated. They need a guiding light to show them the way out. You are that guiding light today. You are the strong lighthouse, standing tall in the middle of this massive spiritual storm. Your survival is the exact blueprint they desperately need to break their own generational curses. When you step fully into your royal identity, your frequency acts as a giant beacon for the entire lost tribe. This is the heavy mantle of the sent leader. You must use your newly acquired authority to shatter the heavy chains of others. Every time you speak your truth, another captive soul suddenly remembers their divine lineage. And every time you hold your firm boundary, the collective energy of our entire remnant grows significantly stronger. But the demonic forces know exactly how powerful our united tribe can be. They are actively trying to suppress messages exactly like this one. They manipulate the complex algorithms of this autopilot society to hide this vital truth. They desperately want to keep the chosen ones isolated so they can pick us off one by one in the dark. We cannot let them win this digital war. Heaven requires you to take a physical action to anchor your spiritual victory today. You must plant a seed of pure light into this highly fertile ground. Your specific action right now sends a massive shockwave through the dark matrix, and it completely disrupts their entire suppression system. Supporting this message through super thanks is not a mundane financial transaction. It is a profound spiritual decree. When you release your seed today, you are actively funding the rescue mission for your exhausted brothers and sisters. Your contribution ensures this exact frequency reaches the broken soul who is ready to give up the fight tonight. You are literally buying a ladder for someone trapped in the deep pit. Every single seed turns into a blazing torch that fights the heavy darkness. Whether you give or not, you are incredibly valued by the kingdom of heaven. But stepping into your role as a divine provider activates a completely different level of abundance in your life. You cannot outgive the grand universe. When you pour your positive energy into rescuing others, heaven pours massive financial miracles directly back into your lap. This is the unbreakable law of cosmic reciprocity at work. The universe is waiting for your clear signal right now. It is watching to see if you will accept the call. Your arrival here today was purely a divine appointment. You were specifically drafted into this divine army because you have the rare strength to lead. The painful training is officially over, and the real royal mission begins right now. You must step out of the shadows and claim your rightful place in this powerful circle of light. The enemy is absolutely terrified of what you will do next. They know that if you activate your seed today, their tight grip on the remaining chosen ones is broken forever. Do not let their invisible fear hold you back. Listen to the deep stirrings of your awakened soul right now, because heaven is calling you to move in power. Take a deep breath and feel the immense weight of this glorious calling. You are the absolute answer to a prayer that someone else is praying right now. Your brave actions today will echo through multiple generations of your family line. The heavy cycle of trauma ends with you, and the beautiful cycle of divine abundance begins with you. You can feel the heavy atmosphere finally lifting off your chest. The thick, dark clouds are completely gone now. The massive storm has safely passed over your holy physical vessel, and the pure golden light of heaven is finally breaking through the dark horizon to illuminate your new royal path. You survived the intense spiritual warfare of this exhausting week, but you cannot just walk away and leave your spiritual doors wide open. The defeated enemy is always looking for an unlocked window to creep back inside. You must permanently seal this divine energy right now. Heaven has provided a specific tool to lock your new powerful frequency forever. This is the exact moment to claim it. I need you to completely stop whatever you are doing in the physical world. Place your hand gently over your beating heart right now. Close your eyes and take one massive breath of pure, clean air. You are about to speak a sacred decree that actively rewires your spiritual DNA. The grand universe is listening closely to your exact words right now. Repeat these powerful words out loud with absolute, unshakable authority. I completely reclaim my sacred aura today. My brilliant silence is my impenetrable fortress. No low-frequency entity can ever attach itself to my divine destiny again. I am the untouchable seventh seal, and I command the dark shadows to flee from my bright presence immediately. I officially sever every invisible toxic cord tying me to the old matrix. I release all the heavy karmic debt that never belonged to me in the first place. My massive royal inheritance is completely unlocked today. I welcome the pure flood of divine abundance into every single corner of my newly cleansed physical reality. I am totally free. Let those heavy words sink deeply into your awakened spirit right now. You just sent a massive shockwave across the entire spiritual realm. The dark entities heard your bold declaration, and they are absolutely terrified. They know they can never cross your iron boundaries again without facing the intense wrath of heaven itself. You are perfectly sealed. But the enemy will try to make you doubt this glorious victory tomorrow. They will try to whisper tiny lies to make you forget your massive power. Do not let them steal your fresh confidence. You must anchor this physical reality by leaving a permanent digital mark right now. Go to the comments and type 777 to confirm your royal energy. Typing 777 is not just a mundane internet action. It is a bold public declaration that the Matrix simply cannot ignore. It alerts the spiritual realm that you are fully aware of who you actually are. When you type those sacred numbers, you lock your divine alignment into place. You are signing your new cosmic contract with the universe. You must also protect your daily frequency moving forward. Hit that like button to send a clear signal of your high vibration, and subscribe to join our protected circle of thousands of chosen souls. By subscribing, you ensure that you never have to fight these heavy spiritual battles alone again. You are officially joining the awakened remnant today. The days of you playing the lonely, misunderstood empath are completely over. You do not have to explain your beautiful soul to the sleeping masses anymore. You belong to a completely different lineage now. Your intense sensitivity is your greatest weapon, and your quiet demeanor is your ultimate royal shield against the loud autopilot society. You are not just anybody walking aimlessly on this earth. You are the lost child of a divine royal family. You are the breakthrough prophet sent to completely rewrite the toxic history of your entire bloodline. Heaven is incredibly proud of how you handled the intense pressure of the crucible this week. You passed the test with absolute flying colors. Walk proudly into this massive Friday with your head held extremely high. The heavy delays are completely finished. The divine calibration is successfully completed. Your grand destiny is calling your name loudly right now. Step forward and claim the massive miracles waiting for you. I will see you on the other side of this glorious shift.